Years ago, before we started to recycle, all of our household rubbish would have been landfilled. Now, only the rubbish collected in black bins from houses in Teignbridge is sent to the local landfill site, which is located on the outskirts of Kingstainton. This landfill site covers an area of 200 acres and has been operating since 1980. Each year, approximately 320,000 tonnes of rubbish is delivered to the site from all across Devon. To take for example, in 2007-2008, Teignbridge District Council sent 22,500 tonnes of waste to landfill. That's enough to fill 2,200 of our large refuse trucks.
I'm stood on the tipping face at Heathfield landfill site. Waste is brought here from across Devon, not just Teignbridge, and as you can see, it's a really busy site. These days, landfill sites are really well managed, and if you take a look around me, you can see that there aren't any scavenging birds. Let's take a look at why.
Hello, my name's Rich and I'm a bird controller here at Heathfield landfill site, and with me I have Tiz, who is a peregrine falcon crossed with a lanner falcon. It's our responsibility here to stop the scavenging birds from coming to the tip in order to feed on all of the rubbish that's disposed of in this area. Because of all the different types of rubbish that are disposed of on a landfill site, unfortunately it attracts all of the wild scavenging birds, which are rooks, crows, most of the corvid family, we have jackdaws here, and lots of seagulls. And in order to stop those birds from picking up pieces of food and taking them into the local environment, back into the towns and the cities, we use birds of prey as a natural deterrent in order to keep them away. In addition to the birds of prey, we also use other devices such as kites, rook ropes and rockets in order to create enough of a disturbance to the local birds to keep them away from the site. We also use various different species of bird depending on what species of animal that we want to deter from feeding here.
One of the main problems with sending our waste to landfill is that methane gas is produced when biodegradable or organic material such as food and garden waste are buried underground. Methane is a harmful greenhouse gas that contributes to climate change. At Heathfield landfill site, the methane gas is piped out of the ground and is used to generate enough electricity to power 7,000 homes. However, not all the gas generated on the site can be captured, and the production of methane at landfill sites is best avoided, regardless of whether it can be captured and burned. To reduce the amount of biodegradable waste that we send to landfill and slow down methane release into the atmosphere, residents are asked to please separate their food and garden waste by putting it into their green composting bin.
So, where does all of our green bin waste go? Behind me, you can see an in-vessel composter, and this was built at Heathfield in 2004. It is here that the green waste from green bins is taken and turned into a valuable soil improver. This facility can process 25,000 tonnes of biodegradable waste each year, and compostable waste from both Teignbridge and South Hams District Council is delivered here every day. Each year, Teignbridge deliver over 17,000 tonnes of green bin waste to the in-vessel composting facility. That's 17,000 tonnes of green waste that would have been sent to landfill.
Once the green waste has been delivered to the site, it is put through a giant shredder. It is then loaded into large concrete bays where it is left to heat up naturally. The green waste has to reach temperatures of over 60 degrees centigrade for 48 hours to make sure that any bacteria such as E. coli are killed. This can take up to a week to achieve. The compost is then transferred into another large concrete bay where it must reach 60 degrees centigrade for a further 48 hours. After the compost has heated sufficiently for the second time, it is taken outside where it is regularly turned to allow air to circulate through it. It is then left to mature for up to 6 months. Before the compost is sold to local farmers, it is sent through a huge sieving machine so that any unwanted pieces of plastic or textiles can be removed.